children. Welcome to moral class. Hope you are all doing great. All of you take your moral book and turn to page number 37. Page number 37. Okay? Fine. Look at your book. The title of the story is Truly Rich. Okay, Truly Rich. It was written by Oscar Wilde. Okay, children? Truly Rich. This is a short story. It was written by Oscar Wilde. Look at your book. Below are photographs of some famous philanthropists. Write their names. What is meant by philanthropist? Is a rich person who helps the poor and those in need, especially by giving money. Okay? Okay, fine. Before starting the story, let us see about the characters. Okay, the first one is Hughie Erskine. He is a charming young man. Okay, Hughie. Then Alan Trevor. He is a friend of Hughie. Okay. Then Lara Merton. She is Hughie's girlfriend. Then Colonel Merton, father of Lara. Okay. Then Baron Herzberg. He is one beggar and the model millionaire. Okay, children. Then Mr. Gustav Naudin. He is a friend of Baron Herzberg. Clear? Characters are Hughie Erskine, Alan Trevor, Lara Merton, Colonel Merton, Baron Herzberg, and Mr. Gustav Naudin. Okay? Okay, fine. Look at your book. Page number 37. Hughie Erskine was a popular young man. He didn't have too much money. He tried his hand at various jobs and failed. Hughie managed to live for a while on the £200 that his aunt had given him. He was in love with Lara Merton. Though Lara's father liked Hughie, he would not allow his daughter to marry him. Come and see me, boy, when you have £10,000 of your own, he had once told Hughie. Okay, children, listen. Hughie was a good-looking man. Okay, he was the best-looking gentleman in London. Okay, he had curly brown hair, grey eyes, and a handsome face. Okay, he also had many friends. But Hughie didn't have much money. Okay. Hughie had tried to do several jobs, but he was not good at anything. Okay, children, he didn't have much money. Okay, now Hughie was in love and wanted to get married Lara. Okay, who is Lara? Hughie's girlfriend. Okay, he loved Lara Merton, the daughter of an army officer, Colonel Merton. Okay, Colonel Merton, he is army officer. Okay, who is Colonel Merton? Yes, father of Lara Merton. Okay, children, Hughie was in love with Lara and Lara loved Hughie, but her father, Colonel Merton, did not want them to get married. Okay, why her father did not want them to get married? Yes, let us see. Look at your book, page number 37, last para. One morning, Hughie called on his friend Alan Trevor. Alan was a well-known painter. He had taken an instant liking to Hughie because of his cheerfulness and good nature. Now what happened? Hughie was in love and wanted to get married Lara, but her father, Colonel Merton, did not want them to get married. Okay. Colonel Merton said to Hughie that, come and see me, boy, when you have £10,000 of your own. Okay. Now Hughie didn't have £10,000. He didn't have even £10. Okay. His old aunt gave him £4 or £5 a week. Okay, children, he didn't have much money, but Lara's father told him that when you have 10,000 pounds of your own, that time you come and see me. Like that, Lara's father told to Hughie. Okay, but Hughie didn't have much money, didn't have 10,000 pounds. Even he didn't have at least 10 pounds. Okay, his old aunt gave him 4 or 5 pounds a week. Okay, children? Okay, fine. Then page number 38, look at your book. When Hughie entered the studio, Trevor was giving the finishing touches to a painting of a beggar. His model was a pathetic figure. The misery on his face and his clothes would have touched the hardest of hearts. It deeply moved the kind-hearted Hughie. The beggar was bent with age, his face was lined with sorrow. His expression was one of the total despair. He looked weak and ill and leaned heavily on a stick for support. In one hand, he held out a dirty old hat for money. What a remarkable model, whispered Hughie as he shook hands with his friend. Use that second character, who is? Yes, Alan Trevor. Hughie had a friend called Alan Trevor. Okay, Alan was an artist who painted pictures of people. Okay, children, he was a good artist and quite famous. Okay, children, many people wanted him to paint their portrait. People came to Alan's studio. Alan's pictures were very expensive. Okay. Then that day, Hughie visited Alan in his studio. That time, Alan was working on a painting. Okay. Then Hughie looked at the painting. It was a picture of an old beggar. Okay, children. It was a picture of an old beggar. Alan was painting a picture of a man who was standing in the corner of the studio. The beggar also standing in his studio. Okay, children. That everything Hughie can watch. Okay, fine. Look at your book. He looked so miserable that Hughie felt sad for him and felt for some money in his pockets. All he could find was a pound and some pennies. Poor old chap, he said to himself. He needs it more than I do. I'll have nothing to spend for the rest of the month. But never mind, he looks really ill. He walked across the room and slipped the pound into the beggar's hat. Okay, children, listen. Now what happened? Hughie visited Alan's studio, isn't it? That time Alan was painting a picture of a old beggar. Okay, that beggar also standing in the corner inside the studio. Okay, children, the model was an old man dressed in old torn clothes. Okay, the old man's face was sad. With one hand he held out a hat. Okay, you can see one picture is there. The old man held out a hat, isn't it? Yes. In the other hand he held a stick. Look at the picture. Can you see? Yes. With one hand he held out a hat. In other hand he held out a stick. That old beggar. Okay, children. Then Alan said, "My model is wonderful." Then, have you ever seen such a wonderful beggar? Like that Alan said to Hughie. Okay. Then Hughie replied, "Poor old man," said Hughie. Okay. Then what happened? Alan left the room. The old beggar sat down on a chair and rested. Okay, his hat was still in his hand. Okay, children. Then the old man looked so sad. That time Hughie felt sorry for him. Hughie put his hand in his pocket and he had a pound. Then it was the last of his money. Okay, children. Then Hughie went across the room and put the pound in old man's hat. Okay. The old man has one hat, isn't it? So Hughie went across the room and put the pound in the old man's hat. Okay. The old man was very happy and surprised. Okay. He looked at the man and smiled. Then he said to Hughie that, "Thank you, sir. Thank you very much." Okay. Then Hughie told Lara about it and felt happy when she approved. Okay, when he left her house, he had to walk all the way home because he had no money. He gave the money to Alan. Sorry, that old beggar, isn't it? Okay, fine. Okay, children. Now, next page, page number 39. Look at your book. That night, Hughie went over to the artist club. It was late, and most of the members had left. But Alan Trevor was still there. Well, Alan, did you manage to finish the painting? He asked. Oh, it's finished and framed, my boy, said Alan Trevor cheerfully. By the way, he said, the old model you saw has taken a liking for you. He asked me all sorts of questions about you, and I had to tell him who you are, where you live, how much money you have, your hopes regarding Lara. My dear Alan, said Hughie, that was silly of you, but you are joking, aren't you, poor old chap? I felt really sorry for him. I wish I could do something to help him. It's terrible that an old man should be living in such a misery. I have got a lot of old clothes at home. Think I can give them to him? So now what happened at the night? Hughie went to the club about 11 o'clock, okay, and found Alan in the smoking room, okay. Then they had a talk about the model of a beggar man, which was painted by Alan Trevor. They were talking about the beggar, okay, which was painted by Alan Trevor. Then Alan said to Hughie that Alan told everything about Hughie to that old beggar. Okay, children. Then on hearing that, Hughie was angry with Trevor as he had revealed his private affairs to the model who was a beggar. Then he felt that Trevor should not have told his private matters, his life and his love affair to the model. Okay, children. Okay, fine. Page number 40. Look at your book. That old beggar, as you call him, is one of the richest men in Europe. He could buy the whole of London tomorrow if he wanted to. He has a house in every capital, as he eats of gold plates. Who on earth are you talking about? Cried Hughie, amazed. That old beggar you saw in my studio, he is Baron Harzburg. Hughie gasped at the name but was too stunned to speak. The Baron's a good friend of mine, went on Trevor, and he buys my paintings and that sort of thing. A month ago, he asked me to paint him as a beggar. He has strange fancies, and I must say he looked a real beggar in those clothes he wore. So children, listen. On the conversation, Alan said that the model of his picture was not a beggar, okay, but a millionaire. Hughie was surprised and did not believe about what he heard from Alan. Okay, the name of the millionaire was Baron Harzburg. Okay, children. So Alan said to Hughie that the model of his picture was not a beggar. He is one of the richest men in Europe. Okay. The beggar was Baron Harzburg. His name was Baron Harzburg, one of the richest men in Europe. He came there to be a model for Trevor because he was a good friend of Alan. Okay, children? Children, even though he is a rich man, he acts like an old beggar. So children, on hearing that, he was surprised and didn't believe about what he heard from Alan because the old beggar is the richest man in Europe, isn't it? So the next morning, a messenger from Baron Harzburg, who is Baron Harzburg, is that old beggar and also a richest man in Europe. So he came and brought a letter to Hughie. Okay, the letter contained a check for £10,000, which was a wedding present to Hughie and Lara from Baron Harzburg. So, dear children, in our life also we should follow some values like this: concern for others, sharing, and generosity. Okay, the act of caring for another is so powerful because it creates deeper bonds as individuals lean on each other for emotional support. Okay, it also teaches important virtues such as patience, understanding, and loyalty. Okay, then sharing helps you to make and keep friends and cooperate with people. Okay, children, for example, if your friend didn't have pen or pencil, you can share with your friends. It helps you to make and keep friendship. Okay, so children, page number 42, read and write and think and do. This is your home assignment. We will meet you in the next class. Thank you.